Hello you guys, this is Colatius and Latius, and for this video I'm not going to be able to fit everything into two parts only because the rest of the purchases are going to come later. However, I do want to go over the the game with you. So I guess if anybody plays Love Licky, you know the term Hell Event. So if you know what a Hell Event is, Mr. Love doesn't use that term. However, because I've been playing Love Nikki for all this time, and because they're from the same company, I dub this as their Hell Event update today. So there's a good reason for it. Chapters. But okay, so first of all, hold on. The screen. So it seems to me the CN server decided to add these special screens starting from this chapter, because starting from this chapter, all the other chapter updates are going to have a screen like this. I believe so. I know one of them did because I saved it on my phone. God knows where it's at right now. But yes, so but the thing is the latest, I think the latest chapter that CN server had, it had special music in it. So I'm sorry, what? Gavin's music. But this one doesn't. Also, the fact that it's winter tells me that they released this during winter time. It's still winter here, but the way the weather has been, it's like it's been half winter, spring, so more nicer weather, you know. So yes, let's go over the top up. Actually, let me just straight up go up to the top up. So there is an exclamation mark, but I only bought like that much because I ran out of the VIP yesterday. So I was like, let me wait until today in case they brought extra rewards, and they did. So I'm glad I waited. So if you've been playing this game for long, you know sometimes if they put the VIP, there's extra rewards. So if you have to wait like a day or two, I recommend doing so. I'm glad I did. I didn't lose any diamonds because I only had to wait one day. So I renewed it then. That's why I got 5. Well, actually, I did buy the $1 thing, so that's where the extra dollar came from. So this is this is how it stands right now. So memorial coins. Okay, Azure Crystal, I finally figured out where that goes, I think, because I saw it on Facebook. So that's all I did in this game. I just played the other things here that just, oh no, actually haven't played this one that just needed to be played. I haven't touched any of the new content. I just looked through it. Not even that much, I promise you. The exclamations are there. So Locket is from this here, Lucian. Also, this one here it's very interesting because you can actually exchange it for Galaxy Wish coupons. Yes, that's important. Top up. So it's funny how a frame just happens to cost a quadruple more than the actual Victor Kissing Karma card. That is bullshit, okay? First of all, you have to spend, I'm sorry, what? 60? I thought it was 55, bro. Is it really? Ooh. So how much did this card cost? I'm confused. So is 55 not enough? Are you are you trying to tell me that this was actually 65? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to know right now. All right. So we got that out of the way. But yeah, Victor's Kissing Karma card. Oh my god, it's really that much? Yikes. Yeah. So we got that going on here. This one, yes, once you get those bottles. Let's take a look at the sculpting time. I don't know how to... Oh, it comes through here. Complete the bingo. Oh, ho, ho. Bingo, huh? Bingo. Those coins. Okay, so we got that here. Sculpting time. That's pretty cool. Memory maze. I just only did this, and once again... I think you should play memory slot first before you do anything in Explorer Maze, but we're not going to look at that right now. Ooh. I am a dumbass. It says it right there. This card is actually $60. Oh boy. That's actually a lot. I say 55 because the cheat sheet said 55. I mean, what the hell is another $5, right? So... Oh wait, I am getting 55, am I? I think I might have to ask for those extras, but yes, so winter gift is that. Prelude. Wait for his return.
What's wrong?
Do not disturb. Huh? Body feedback? You know, I'm not in the mood to try to figure this out right now. Oh, I didn't mean to click that, but okay. Yeah, the game literally came out this very same day. This day. And that's when I started to play. It came to Loveland City on 5/20/2019. Music. I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, props to you guys. You had spent many days and nights with him before you knew it. Before he showed up, what you saw was only the tedious shift of seasons. But now, every moment is worth remembering. Every memorable and happy moment is spent with him. He is... I mean, I can just pick somebody. Like... You have been called dummy endless times, but you were still happy to hear it. Okay. Every time. You had 23 sweet dates this year. Do you still remember the cute date? You see warm affection for you beneath his stony expressions. Although he has always given you the cold shoulder, he couldn't help falling in love with you. He was always worried about you, always using work as an excuse to contact you. You exchanged 35 messages and 27 calls this year. He's always reassured. Although your posts on moments seem trivial, he still commented maybe 28 times. There was a secret memory. A lot of his posts were only visible to you. Let me give you a story. He hopes you can remember what you said and the promise he couldn't fulfill.
The anniversary of the day we met. I didn't forget. I saw that you marked it on the calendar ages ago, and you asked Goldman to change my agenda. You focus on serious matters? Tell me, how do you want to celebrate? You can't have freed up my time and thought of nothing, right? Though it is typical you, dummy. Guess I'll break the rule and waste time with you today. It's not the first time, anyway.
That's funny. is cute. Oh. Oh, I can't pass this? Okay. Unless you can go... I don't know. He used to you calling his name, and you're used to pronouncing it as well. You had 20 sweet dates this year. Do you still remember the rainy night date? Oh, the latest dates that I did, huh? You couldn't help smiling every time. You saw the love in his eyes. Even at times you couldn't meet, you always missed each other. You exchanged 34 messages and made 19 calls. You always had endless things to tell. He commented 20 times a month. So you became meaningful because of that. So, Victor's card they showed first. I don't know. It's funny because this card here is, I think, the first SR card that I got. Very interesting. You always remember what he said to him. You're the one and only.
Was this a happy year? No matter what your answer is, I'd like to tell you. You brought me delight, contentment, and hope. Hope for the future. You changed the way I see the world. Now, I want to see you smile and be with you every day. Perhaps I'm being selfish, but you will make it come true, won't you?
Until you start choking me to death. How about him and the things you made for me? They will watch over you and your dreams. So cute. Now it's Gavin's turn. That's adorable. By the way, when I'm tapping the screen, I notice that there's like that water puddle happening. That's pretty interesting. Gavin's turn. Gavin? He used to you calling his name, and you're used to pronouncing it as well. You had 20 sweet dates this year. Hey, I thought I hit Gavin. Clumsy as you were, he loved you more and more as time went by. Even as the times you couldn't meet. I'm gonna feel weird if this is not Gavin. I'm pretty sure I just clicked him, right? You always missed each other. You exchanged 34 messages and made 19 calls. You had endless things to tell him. Right? No? Did I not click on Gavin? What's going on? I'm pretty sure I did. Right? Let's see. I clicked on Gavin. Guys, I know I did. I know I clicked on Gavin. How did this happen? I don't know. From a coldish senior student, he gradually became a unique existence to you. He wasn't a good talker, but he could always understand him. You could always understand him. You had 21 sweet dates this year. Do you still remember the prank date? Yes, I do. You always miss his voice and warmth. For no reason. Every second with him lasted forever. I'm about to hear Claude. Just but it was the past or present. Oh, be it the past or present. You were and are his most precious... What? Okay. He said he wasn't good at flirting, but what he said made you blush. Well, considering all the dates that I read with him, I guess that can be true, but when he can make you blush, he can do it pretty good. You exchanged 27 messages and made 23 calls this year. The sense of security he gave you allowed you to be who you are. Aww. He always commented on your posts though busy. He made 25 comments this year. He was supportive of all your strange thoughts. Is this the first Gavin card that I got? I'm saying because that Victor card, I really don't own it at all. Do you know, it took a lot of courage for him to say, love can be preached, but the depths of it cannot. He is willing to show you. I'm sorry, I'm reading it weird because the way it's cut off like that, I feel like there's like a period at the end of the sentence. But the depths of it cannot. He is willing to show you the proof of all his unspeakable affections in the future.
I'm so happy to see you again. Every day with you means a lot to me. Actually, I got used to living alone a long time ago. Tedious, but orderly. But you introduced surprises into my world, painting it rich with color. Thanks for being with me. I'll do anything to protect you.
Oh, thank you. You are adorable. Oh, you made a promise. Look at me to overcome your fear of heights. Aye, because he's wind. Awesome. And now we're gonna go for keto. Oh, that's cute. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Keto, I think, was on the top. He liked calling you Miss Chips because he wanted to commemorate your first encounter. Potato chips seem to remind you of his smile as well. Aww, that's cute. You had 17 sweet dates this year. Do you still remember the LA date? I have no dates of his. Wait, do I have that Victor card? Maybe I do. I just can't remember. He is your keto. You reveled in that thought. Did you notice? The way he looked at you was more and more different. You exchanged 23 messages and made 10 calls this year. You recommended good restaurants for each other. You were always planning for the next day. You were long and simple. And this year, you commented 35 times and requested comments. Every comment made you smile, as he is the one who understands you the best. He used to say, it was carved to tell to your heart, your ray of sunshine will always be there.
Has it been a year since I met Miss Chips? Wow, time flies. I'm getting older. We had a great year, didn't we? We ate a lot and traveled around the world. My life would have no regrets if I could spend the rest of my life like this. But since it's our first anniversary, let's celebrate. All right, it's decided. Let's have hot pot tonight.
Oh, Miss Sheila, you're cute. I just want to say, oops. It didn't give me that envelope thing. Why? Is it because I didn't finish a date? I don't know, guys. First of all, anytime I record the music, whatever happens is for some odd reason much lower, and it still shows as high in the video. So the reason why I'm pointing out is because the voice acting was really hard to hear through that music. If it's actually just like that and you can't turn that music off, you can barely hear the audio. That sucks a lot. Daybreak. That was cute. That was so cute. So, oh, I forgot to show you that. That was cute. I didn't get the envelope though. What? I don't know. This is, I should have done this first actually. We're very close. But this is actually a returning event. It is free. But it looks like the only way you can get it is through this way. Because in the previous way, the way it returned, you had to do daily quests as here. And then it would give you, you can pick. But it was a random number of shards. And that's how you finished it. This time it looks to be different. So I guess Okay, hold on. Since it's gonna cost me $5 more. I literally could just spend it on that, but I need to find something else for $1 that's worth getting, though. Well then, if that's the case, then this is the... Seriously, there's nothing else that costs $1 in this game? I really don't want to spend it for that. Come on now. It really is not. Oh. Okay, I found that. But it looks like you can purchase one limit. Does it refresh every day? Probably not. Maybe it refreshes anytime you need to buy a VIP, but okay, I found that. I don't know. Is it worth it? 200. Hold on, what else did it come with? Well, stamina. Yeah, you get those confession thingies. I'd rather just get that. Ooh, it's snowing. I walked along on the open moors. A heavy snow with glowing lights, slowly and quietly, covers all the shade and colors. Light spots floated around me. I reached out to catch a snowflake. In the snow, crystal reflected a colorful world. In an expanse of pure white, I opened my eyes. Oh my god, we finally have reached this chapter. She's not... Okay, she really did get in chapter... You know what? If you're not on... Oh, actually... I read that these chapters are actually open to everybody, even if you're not caught up. And I think they get locked until you catch up to those chapters. So maybe I shouldn't say a word. But she's in limbo right now. I've known this for a while. An expansive pure white. It's finally great to get these chapters on our server. I opened my eyes. A deep exhaustion stemming from my innermost core made the simple action leading up to my final choice. I imagined countless times what the end would be like. Would everything come crumbling down, or would be consumed in fire? Or would it just be endless dark? But I never imagined this void of white before me. No objects, sound, and no colors. That's depressing, bro. Dare? Oh no, not Dare, but where is this? All memories stopped on that final day. I felt for that lethal wound on my chest, but it was gone. I'm still alive, which means my gamble worked. I remembered the final scene I saw. Everything had turned around, and everyone got a happy ending, except me. If you know spoilers, yeah, I was imprisoned in this world bereft of time, seemingly for a long while now. Oh, she's been trapped here for a while. I did not know that, actually. I knew she was in limbo, but for God knows how long. I looked off into the distant, softly glowing white sky. A gentle noise suddenly sounded nearby. Angie, do you want to go back? Who's talking? Spoken as light as a feather, but in the stillness of my heart, it kicked up the surging waves. I do. I want to go back, please. The world has everyone that I care about in it. As my heart stirred, the whiteness before me started changing too, morphing like a billowing cloud. A dear figure emerged from the fog. Is this... Hypno? Maybe? He was bathed in light. Is that his name in the English server? His warm hand falling on my head. Oh, Dad. Oh no. You're my pride and joy. Of course I believe you could do it. The weight of his hand on my head felt so real. I tried to call to him, but no sound came. I saw the tall... So, yes, there's going to be amnesia going on here. She does remember them, I think. They don't, I think. I saw the tall, staid silhouette of a man, right? I think she remembers them. He turned, his brows slightly knitted, but smiling still.
Hey, dummy, why are you just standing there gawking?
Tears welled up, and through the blur, a hand came to wipe them. The touch was cold, but dear to me.
I thought you knew what I wanted.
I thought you knew what I wanted. A wind blew away the mist, revealing a steady, fast figure. A pair of fearless ember eyes locked on me.
No need to hesitate or waver. I will always protect you.
Oh, Gavin. I saw a flashing light. That golden-haired boy beamed a smile at me, more brilliant than the sun.
Wow, Miss Chips, you found me.
Oh, wow, Miss Chips. Yay. I couldn't resist reaching out, but that golden light scattered to pieces between my fingers. Tip. In this silent world, the hand of time fell forward, one click at a time. A harsh white light filled my vision, consuming everything. I had to close my eyes. Drifting blacks and whites merged in the void, like a mirror's reel, and false sides becoming one. Suddenly, something cold and delicate fell onto my closed eyelid, then rolled down like a tear. Tick tock. I'm surprised I don't have that sound effect. The next instant, it felt as if my soul returned to my body and all of my senses slowly recovered. Sound, temperature, touch. A howling cold wind from afar washed over my face in cold, wet gusts. I couldn't believe how real it felt. As my mind raced with speculations, my hand began to tremble. Ooh. After a moment's hesitation, I opened my eyes upon a sight I recognized anywhere. This is Korewa. Flurries of yuki filled a city of pure white skyscrapers, poking through the mist in the distance. Occasionally, a car passed on the road before me, leaving a long trail in the fallen snow. People came and went, occasionally sticking a hand out to catch a snowflake, almost smiling happily. Am I back? I took a tentative step, but my body lunged forward impatiently, as if eager to see every street, every building, every little corner shop. I left footprints past them all. I brushed past people carrying umbrellas of every color, saying sorry to each stranger and getting it's an okay daijoubu back each time. I couldn't stop my legs, and I stretched out my arms to greedily breathe in the air. No flu, no disasters, no panic, just a supremely reassuring tranquility. Loveland City, I really had come back. A thrill of joy had filled my entire chest. I couldn't hold back a smile, nor a few tears. This world is wonderful. I let out a deep breath. The hot air turned to mist, then dissipated in the wind. In this moment, the person I most want to see is... I see. So, okay, this is the thing that I'm a bit confused about. All I know is it was advised to save stamina. However, I saved up more stamina than ever because I was stopping to farm stuff, even SR cards. So, I just happened to get lucky and saved more stamina than I needed to. The higher... We're piecing them up. Again, if you know the spoilers of any of this, even further chapters, all of this makes a lot of sense. It really does. Let's see. Dude, the bar is not going anywhere. That's scary. Wow. Am I gonna get a 3? Ooh. So, alcohol. Anxiety. Alcohol is not good for anxiety, bro. I think that's what it said. Is that Gavin's icon? And... Huh? Okay. Okay. Whew. The stream of traffic on Finance Street at the height of the workday rush hour, a tide of people streaming in and out of the office buildings. A new day of work had begun. The city ran as usual, with people going about their business, everything seemingly normal and fine. A white light reflected off the glass exterior right in my face, making me dizzy. In that instant, a murky scene lurking in my mind flashed through my consciousness and into reality. The familiar intersection before me was somehow now a scene of shocking gore and violence. Ooh. I rubbed my eyes in fright, and in the next moment, everything became serene again. I worked so much overtime. I'm seeing things. This whole week, I've had my nose to the grindstone. Working on an upcoming quarterly proposal. But no matter how busy, I still couldn't get that absurd yet lifelike vision out of my head. Although I didn't want to face it, a hunch had sprouted in my mind. Those snippets of disaster might not be imaginary, but this peaceful world also really existed. Between the two, some decisive factor caused a change of course. If there really is a savior of the world, then I'd really like to thank them. Thanks for saving this world we've grown accustomed to, and this peace we can't do without. This might not be the best of worlds, but it's the one I most yearned for. I smiled at my reflection in the glass and walked toward LFG. Another wave of commuters streamed out from the subway, suddenly crowding the street. In the jostling crowd, I didn't notice a patch of ice in front of me and started slipping. Just at that moment, a hand reached out and caught me by the wrist. The pressure let up as soon as I steadied, and an impatient sigh sounded overhead.
I saw you gawking on the street from my car. Has working on that proposal turned your brain to mush?
I thought we don't remember anything, like memory loss, no? I think. His face was as stern as ever, except for a hint of concern in the crease between his brows. No matter what world we're in, Victor would never break that habit. Sharp-tongued yet soft-hearted, not saying what he really thinks. A lot like the winter sun, seemingly as bitter as the winter wind, but once you get close, there's a distinct warmth.
Let's go. I haven't given you much time for your report today.
Okay, I really think there is amnesia going on here because this is a new world and everything, right? Without another look at me, he walked off, but at an intentionally slow pace. I immediately hurried after him with full confidence and gave him an okay sign. Don't worry, this time I'll be short and sweet. And this time, I'll definitely make you say something other. Yes, of course there's amnesia, of course, because considering what happened, I just remembered. Considering what happened in chapter 18, there is no fucking way Victor would be calm like that. No. Nobody in their right mind would just happen to be calm like that.
For example, go back and start over.
Like, job well done. Yay. He gave me a look of complete indifference, but a slight smirk on his lips indicated anticipation.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
God damn it. If your comment this time is not bad, then I'll...
You'll what?
Victor looked at me with great interest, as if regarding a plucky, wet, weak object of prey. I drew in my neck, feeling like the wind had been knocked out of my sails. I'll have to assume job well done. Autocorrect says not bad in your brain.
Does that mean you're giving up?
Of course not, silly. I confidently patted the proposal booklet in my bag, trying to build myself up again. If that is how it comes out of your brain, then I'll just recorrect it.
Oh? Then give it your best shot. We'll see whether you really didn't do well enough before, or whether the phrase job well done really isn't in my vocabulary.
Rip. He said the words very deliberately, each syllable landing with a thud, piercing my every cell. And if I do get you to say it, will there be a reward?
Isn't hearing me say that a reward in itself?
Unable to come up with a retort, all I could do was blush at his teasing expression.
As for whether you can get an extra reward, that depends on your performance.
My report was well received. Victor also shot me an approving look, but he never said those words. He quietly added a few suggestions for improvement and then rushed off to his next meeting. After getting back to my office, I also got a message from him.
Today's performance was just good enough for a consolation prize. I'll pick you up after work.
Okay. Do all of his compliments have to be backhanded? God damn it. I muttered in protest, but I also eagerly sent him a reply. At 6 p.m. on the dot, I got another message from him that he was waiting downstairs. In the gathering dusk, his tall frame stood next to the car, flakes of snow fluttering around him. Snowflakes settled on his shoulders. It was a more beautiful snowing scene than I'd ever seen.
You really do take your sweet time.
Yeah, it's snowing, huh? Without another word, he opened the passenger door for me and returned to the driver's side. Ooh, this scene is pretty. The car pulled away. Streetlights shone off his faintly smiling face. Everything was totally different from those snippets of blurry visions. All was peaceful.
You're so quiet today.
Am I usually so noisy? I turned to him and saw he was focused on the road ahead, hands steady on the wheel. At a red light, he turned his head and looked at me.
If there's something bothering you, just ask, like always.
So he noticed. No one else had, but he immediately picked up on my anxiety immediately.
Saying what's on your mind is one of your few good qualities. Don't lose it.
As the light changed, his eyes returned to the road, but his words still lingered like a warm hug. I felt wrapped up firmly in it, and finally relaxed my tightly wound nerves. I had so much to say. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know which of my visions were real memories. I was afraid he'd mock me. More importantly, if they were all real, that's not a world I want him to know about. Oh, I dug my fingers into my seatbelt and bit my lip as I sunk into silence. I lowered my head and stared at the dashboard. The only sound was the clicking of the turn signal. It sounded like that stopwatch I'd heard before. Each click jabbed at my heart. Victor suddenly chuckled and took hold of my hand that was picking up my
Forget
seatbelt.
it. Let's eat first.
The neon lights from the street faintly illuminated the interior of the car, just like how his gentleness permeated my heart, injecting a bit of warmth. Aw, that's cute. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do because this is a lot of reading and my voice is going to die. I mean, if you want, I can still record it for you. Obviously, it won't be first impressions, though. But, goodness. $27, yeah. Not happening. Oh. Is there special music here? Let's see. No. Oops. Really? Oh, this music. Haha. There absolutely is special music. Is it here? If it is here, I don't know, to be honest with you. I think that is all I can show you. So before I end the video, this card clearly needs $50, right? No, because if it's 50, it'd be 55, 60. Memorial coin. Can you get memorial coins anywhere else? I'm asking because the bingo. Stamp. I'm sorry, what? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all I can show you for the time being. Until things happen. Okay, I think it's best advice to do this last and go for, I don't know. So yeah, I will be I don't know when I'm gonna make the next video, but I'm gonna try to make it today. Let's actually claim these items. So there's definitely a lot to go through with these chapters. Also, I think I saw, is it here? I think we are actually locked out of the next chapters. Like, we need to participate. A participation. I don't have that screen. Maybe it's going to probably pop up when I get up to the full chapter 19. I think. I don't know. I can't wait to get you. Same here. So I'm going to be getting those two. And then here. Oh, God. Not happening. Right here. And then I really wanted this card. He's gonna be choking us all day long, bro. And for Gavin, actually, yeah, that card not happening either. Gavin's so cute. Yeah, not happening either. If you have thousands to spend, that will happen. Like real money. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time, guys.